Monsanto Chemical Company presents Meet Mr. Money. He's a very important man in your life. He means a lot, not only to you, but to your family as well. He's always around when you need him most. And when's that? Not much question there. It's when you're sick or hurt, in or out of the hospital, during retirement, after your death. These are the times when either your expenses go up or your regular pay stops. The times when Mr. Money goes to work for you under your Monsanto Benefit Program. He's pretty busy, too, because there are 8 different plans in the program. Weekly sick pay, medical insurance, accidental dismemberment, life insurance, accidental death, retirement income, Social Security, and workman's compensation. All designed to pay you money when you need it most. You need to know one basic fact about Mr. Money. He's not a magician and can't pull money out of a hat unless enough has been put in by you and Monsanto. In reality, you and Monsanto are the ones who regularly give him the money to pay benefits when you need them most. Now, let's see how you can call on Mr. Money for help. Will virus knock you out this winter? Will your sacroiliac snap out of place in the spring? Will you need sudden surgery next summer? Will you trip on a toy and break a bone in the fall? And while you moan at home or in the hospital, who will help pay the butcher, the baker, the electric light maker? Mr. Money, of course, with weekly sick pay dollars that help replace your regular earnings. How long will you get them? As long as 6 months each time you're sick or hurt for a different reason. And what if you must go to the hospital? Don't worry. Mr. Money will take care of almost all the bills with medical insurance dollars. What will he pay for? Well, there's semi-private hospital room and board, $15 a day plus 80% of all charges over $15 for as long as 180 days. Hospital extra services, $500 plus 80% of all charges over $500. Surgeon's fees, based on a schedule with a maximum benefit of $300. Doctor's hospital visits, $5 a day up to $350. Maternity cases, $175 for hospital expenses, $100 for doctor's charges in normal delivery. X-rays and lab tests, out of hospital. Treatment by specialists. Private nursing care. Drugs and medicines, mental cases, and many, many more. These benefits are payable through basic medical insurance or supplemental medical insurance or both. You can count on basic medical to pay almost all of your expenses when you're in the hospital. Supplemental pays off in the more serious or catastrophic cases that otherwise could eat away your life savings. Now, let's be sure you understand that Mr. Money doesn't pay the whole bill for everything. For some, he will. For others, he'll pay 80% or a flat amount based on a schedule. If your sickness is serious and costly, you pay a deductible of at least $50. But in that case, Mr. Money could pay you as much as $6,000 or $8,000 or even $10,000 in 1 year alone. And this applies to each member of your family enrolled in the plan. Let's get back to you. One of the worst things that can happen is to be sick or hurt so badly that you can't ever work again. Fortunately, it only happens to about 8 out of every 100 people. But if you're one of the 8, Long-term disability can be mighty rough. Your pay stops after 6 months, yet your living expenses go on. What you need and what you get from Mr. Money is steady income to help replace your pay. After your weekly sick pay dollars are used up, he will pay you total and permanent disability dollars. How much will you get? An amount that's equal to your life insurance coverage. How long will it be paid? In monthly installments over a period of 5 years. And you can expect more. After 15 years' service with Monsanto, Mr. Money pays total and permanent disability dollars under the retirement plan. These payments last as long as you're disabled, not just for 5 years. Is that all? No. Mr. Money also pays total and permanent disability dollars under Social Security as long as you live. There's still another way you can get disability income. If you're hurt at work, you may collect workman's compensation dollars. Steady income isn't all you'd get from your Monsanto benefit program. You'd get free medical insurance for as long as 5 years. And if you lost your sight or a limb, you'd get anywhere from $2,000 to $5,000 accidental dismemberment dollars. So you see, when you're sick or hurt, in a hospital or not, Mr. Money can work for you through many different plans. Most of you and your families will collect medical insurance dollars at one time or another. Only a few of you will ever be sick or hurt badly enough to collect total and permanent disability income dollars. But there is a very good chance for many more of you to get retirement income dollars from Mr. Money. This is certainly one of the times when you need him most. Figures show that 83 out of every 100 people will live to age 65. That's the latest you have to wait before you retire and get retirement plan dollars and Social Security dollars. It's the time when you can sleep till noon, lie in the sun, fish when they're biting, work when you want to. Mr. Money has two kinds of Monsanto retirement plan income, basic and extended. First, basic income. You pay nothing and automatically get it if you have at least 10 years of service at retirement. Most of you will get $2.85 a month for each year of service. That means, for example, $85 a month after 30 years. Next, extended income. You and Monsanto pay for it, but only on your earnings over $1.73 an hour. For every $100 you put in, you get retirement income of about $2.75 a month. So your total take, with average earnings of $2.30 an hour, would be $130 a month after 30 years service. That would be your retirement plan dollars, payable at age 65 for the rest of your life. You'd get more with higher pay and more service, less with lower pay and less service. In addition, you would get Social Security dollars. You and Monsanto each pay an equal tax for Social Security, and it would add about $125 to your retirement plan income, or a combined total of $255 a month after 30 years service, plus about $60 a month more in Social Security for your wife. If you're the kind of person who likes to deal in big amounts, you can figure your $255 a month is worth nearly $46,000. That's the total you'd get from the Monsanto retirement plan and Social Security over a period of 15 years, the average life of men after 65. And women do better because they live longer. You don't have to wait until you're 65 before you retire. You can begin to receive retirement plan dollars as early as age 55 if you have at least 10 years service. And Social Security dollars can start as early as age 62 for men and women. In both cases, the retirement plan and Social Security, your income will be reduced if you retire early. This is because you would have fewer years of coverage and because you would get benefits over a longer period of time. When you retire at 65 or earlier, Mr. Money will still be on the job with free medical insurance dollars for you and your wife. Each of you can collect as much as $2,000 in basic benefits, and her coverage goes on even if you die first. This is the one event that none of us can avoid. It will happen to 100 out of 100, and it's the time Mr. Money provides dollars for your family. If you die after retirement, he'll pay up to $2,500 to your beneficiary. Less if you have under 20 years of service. And these are free life insurance dollars. Monsanto pays the entire cost. In addition, your beneficiary could get regular monthly retirement plan checks if you selected one of the optional forms of payment before you retired. Social Security also helps survivors with a $255 death benefit plus a life income to widows age 62 or over, or to a widow with children until the youngest is 18. You'll remember that 83 out of every 100 people will reach age 65. This means the chances of your dying before then are only 17 out of 100. If you're one of the 17, Mr. Money will have life insurance dollars for your beneficiary, generally an amount equal to about 1.5 years' pay, up to as much as $15,000. If your death is caused by an accident, Mr. Money will also pay accidental death dollars to your beneficiary, $5,000 in most cases. There's one other source of money when your beneficiary needs it most. It's a return of all your payments into the extended retirement plan, plus compound interest. In a general way, you've seen what Mr. Money can do for you and your family when you're sick or hurt, during retirement and after your death. Naturally, we couldn't cover all of the details here. Now, let's take a closer look and really meet Mr. Money. You'll recall that he is you and Monsanto. You and Monsanto are the ones who regularly give him the money to pay benefits when you need them most. True, he doesn't actually get the money from you and Monsanto. It is turned over to insurance companies, banks, even the government. Some of that money is paid out almost as fast as it's paid in. The rest is held, waiting for you when you need it most. But every cent you get is the direct result of contributions by you and Monsanto. Who pays most? Monsanto does. It pays all the cost of some plans and most of the cost of others. Here are the figures for just 1 year. $4.5 million from all of you. $20 million from Monsanto. A total of $24.5 million. While Monsanto does pay more than 4 times the total all of you pay, remember this: your Monsanto Benefit Program dollars are possible only through your efforts in making and keeping Monsanto operations profitable. Such cooperation on your part is your very best assurance of continuing to enjoy one of the finest benefit programs in all industry. As a Monsanto employee, you have a lot of plans, a lot of benefits, all designed to give you money when you need it most.